Could you help our viewers to understand what the heck is the smart contracts? What analog would you draw between smart contracts and the real world structure that most people can relate to?
It's a very interesting question, and it's actually very easy to understand. So when you go to a lawyer and you set a contract between two people, for instance, right? You have this kind of agreement, you can read this agreement, and you have participants that use this agreement. So the same thing happens in smart contract, just instead of writing like an agreement with a lawyer, you write code, programming code. It's like a program. You create a program that has certain rules and functions, and the rules basically means what happens with the money that goes in and out to the contract. So anyone can interact with this contract. The contract is public. It's deployed on the blockchain, which is a transparent database. And basically any account, any wallet, any user can send transaction to trigger functions in the smart contract. For instance, let's say that me and you can create a smart contract regarding the weather tomorrow in New York. Okay. So I say that the temperature is going to be more than 30 Celsius and you're going to say it's going to be less than 30 Celsius. We can write a smart contract that both of us deposit money to it, and it will use some kind of external service. It's called Oracle, but this is for another video, I guess, to determine the current temperature. And in case I won, which means that the temperature was more than 30 degrees, the contract automatically will send me the money. If it was 28 degrees, you won, then all the money will be sent to you. And these whole rules are being defined in this programming language, which is usually called Solidity, that you use to write smart contracts. That's what it basically means. And using these smart contracts, you can do amazing things and create decentralized applications and DeFi and NFTs. And this is what's all Web3 is about.
Wow, so simple. And I think one of the benefits, there is no authority required to be like arbiter in this kind of transactions, right? So code regulate who should get what out of this contract, right?
Exactly. There are no third parties that control the smart contract. The code is the rule. And the blockchain validators, the ones who validate transactions, their responsibility is to run the code and make sure that transactions are correct. So there is no central entity that can censor the transactions or decide that someone cannot use the service. It's open, it's in the internet. Anyone with electricity and internet connection can participate. No one can actually steal the money or take the money from it.
I see. Great.